Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Stephanie and this is a collaboration video with my good friend Sarah. Okay, so you're probably wondering, okay, you're doing a collaboration video, but the other person's not going to be actually in this video. Sarah from the Bookish Knitter and I are collaborating in a sort of, if you don't find anything in this video with me, then go check her out because we are doing a sweet and spicy sort of collaboration in here, right? So if you have been in the romance world, you may know the two of us. Our tastes are very, very, very different. Very different. But surprisingly, we happen to like some of the similar tropes. There it is. Yeah. So Sarah is going to put out a sweet version of these tropes video, and it should be dropping at the same time this one is for you guys. And mine is going to be all my spicy 4 and 5 Steam fan books for these same tropes. So if there's something that you are looking for in these tropes, then go check us out. And if my choices are too spicy for you, then go check out her sweet ones. So the first category that I'm going to talk about, now that's the other thing, is that our tropes may be in different orders, but I will place timestamps on all of the tropes down in the description box for you guys. So along with a list of the books, but I'm not going to put which books are which where. I'm just going to put a mention of the books and then timestamp the freaking tropes. So that's how that's going to work down there in the description box. Make sure that you're subscribing because I give content on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then I have an exclusive Patreon that I do weekly wrap-ups on. Just a simple, selfish plug, I guess, for this video. But let's get to the first trope that I'm going to talk about, and that is workplace romances. I have no clue how many Sarah are going to give you guys, but here are some workplace romances that I found super steamy and really, really enjoyed. The first one I'm going to talk about, or tell you guys to go check out, is a novella by Whitney G called The Office Party, and I really love this. It happens to be a Christmas book, so if Christmas is a theme that you like to hold off on until Christmas time, which it doesn't really matter to me, I did happen to read this one during the Christmas time, and it worked out perfectly. But it's about a boss and his second in command, or first in command? Second in command. They do a Secret Santa thing, but he also, the big boss, also requires that the employees go on retreats with him. And this year this book happens, she happens to get him for the White Elephant Exchange, and he happens to rent out her family's resort for their retreat. So lots of things end up happening because that gift that she ends up giving him is quite interesting. Next, I have See Me After Class by Megan Quinn, and this is two teachers hooking it up, playing tricks on each other, and just being sexy and out of control. There's lots of pranks, there's lots of funny things that end up happening, and you have grumpy English teacher goes up against bright, shiny new penny English teacher. I think it's English. I believe it's English. That they're both English teachers. But yes, so much fun. And then finally, I'm going to tell you guys to go check out Grading Curves by Naima Simone. This is a novella about a professor that does one crazy thing, ends up getting into some sexy times, and then come to find out it happens to be one of her college students. Woo! Yes. Now, there is no impropriety here. There is no, dynamic of power that goes on here. It's a novella, you guys, and they are both of older age. So, there's that. The next trope that I'm going to tell you guys to go check out is road trips. And I really enjoy a good road trip, especially when it's done correctly. And these 3 books that I'm going to tell you guys to go check out, 2 of them you do or you should read together. Because I think you will find more enjoyment out of them. And the first book I'm telling you guys to go check out is The Mother Road by Megan Quinn. And in this, you have a daughter and a father, and then a secret crush, and the brother's best friend or brother's friend that ends up going on this road trip with them for one last time to honor a mother. And then from that, in conclusion, you have loads of funny banter and dialogue, but then they couple that ends up hooking up within that story has a kid, and he gets his own book called The Romantic Pack by Megan Quinn, because something ends up happening to one of the characters from The Mother Road, and now the grandson, or the male character, I kind of spoiled that, but the male character now has to do a road trip, but this road trip happens to be in Germany with a girl that he has grown up with, and it was amazing. Loads of funny times and lots of sexy times as well. And then finally, I'm going to tell you guys, go check out Work for It by Talia Hibbert. And this is not necessarily a true road trip. What ends up happening is our male character ends up taking a trip out of London to sort of get away from his life and take some time away, and ends up meeting another guy, and they have sort of a tryst, and he's doing like this like travel vlog sort of thing, and they intertwine with each other, and I thought it was a really, really good story. Super sexy. Super sexy. Next, okay, so this next category is super controversial. It's secret babies. And I know. Some of y'all are like, secret babies? What? Why do we have secret babies? Secret babies are horrible. No, secret babies, if done right, can be absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, Another by Fiona Cole, I think is an amazing secret baby story. It's super sexy. It starts off with 2 people going on a blind, erotic photo shoot, and they end up banging it out. Come to find out, they end up having to work together, and not in a work together where there's a power dynamic. Oh no. They miss each other for a good 7 months of the pregnancy, until one day they meet in the boardroom, and come to find out, our female character was like, I'm gonna do this on my own. It's not a big deal. Male character didn't even know that she was pregnant, and then didn't even know what her last name was, which was the whole blind date thing, right? So I think this was done in an amazing way. You actually get to see not just, oh, oops, hey, yep, I'm pregnant. You get to see the culmination of what happens after they're found out that to be, you know, the mother and the father, and what they want to, how they want to work it out, and if they want to work it out, and things like that. That is what I'm talking about when it comes to secret babies being such a good thing. Next, I have Awkward, which is by Avery Flynn, and this is a one-night stand wedding hookup. Yep, we're gonna hook it up through from the wedding, because wedding drunk and wedding sex happens. And come to find out, we have faulty equipment. Yep. Yes. And that happens too. Very plausible and believable things to have these pregnancies come along. And then we get to see the couple work together to go through this pregnancy. The pregnancy antics are absolutely hilarious, and I loved it. And there's lots of sexy times in it as well. And the final book that I'm going to tell you guys to go check out is Back in the Texan's Bed by Naima Simone. And this one may be a little controversial when it comes to a secret baby, because one party does know that, or tried to notify the other party, but people and things got in the way of that situation, and it also was built on a secret romance as well. But let me tell y'all, it is spicy, Like, so spicy. I didn't think it was going to be that spicy. But it's a Harlequin novel, and it's spicy. And I was here for it. So here for it. And then I loved the whole secret baby part of it. I loved it. Next, we're going to talk about single parents, because you can't have secret babies without having single parents, right? Okay, so for this one, I'm going to tell you guys to go check out Bad Daddy by J.D. Hollyfeld. This is a father, college roommate, taboo romance, and I was here for it. But dad's a single dad, so it works out. That's how it works out. It's so hot. So hot. So hot. Super hot. Okay, then I'm going to tell you guys to go check out Copper Lightning by Christy Pastore. This just recently released, and I really, really enjoyed this one because you have our female character who is, actually, this is an age gap romance as well, and it is slightly on the taboo side, I guess you could say. Not really. Just, I mean, that's the only taboo part about it, is that there's an age gap in it. But the mom is on a vacation without her child, and she ends up meeting this sexy nomad. They spend like a week getting it on, and then they go their separate ways. No big deal. Mom goes back to her daughter and is like, we had complications, and you know, there's just no way that we could be together. Well, come to find out, the nomad guy is a part of a family that needs the mother's assistance with rebuilding their business. And I loved it. I really enjoyed the dynamic between the two. There was some miscommunication, but at the same time, I liked the fact that the mother really took into consideration her daughter's well-being throughout the story, without, you know, putting the daughter to the side and just saying, you know, hey, I'm just going to go after this man, and, you know, that's just how I want to be because he was good in bed. So, you know, she took into consideration her daughter first, and I was here for that. And then finally, I'm going to tell you guys to go check out Surrender and Dominate by Amy Dawes. This is a duet, so you do have to read both of them. You can't read one without reading the other. And there's a single mom in this one, where Gareth Harris was my favorite Harris brother. He is still my favorite Harris brother, but from the Harris Brothers and Harris Brothers spin-offs, he comes in second now. Sorry, Gareth. But I love how sexy he is. He has this like quasi father figure sort of feel within his family. He has to take care of them. He's the oldest, but he also wants to, he needs the control, but at the same time, he wants to let down his walls, and I was just here for it. I was here for it. Yes. Next, we have Enemies to Lovers. There are so many books that I could have suggested for this one. So these three should come at no surprise, because I do enjoy a good enemies to romance novel with some sexy times. And the first one I'll tell you guys to go check out is Take a Number by Amy Dawes. Woo! This could also fall into another category, but I'm not going to tell you which one. But these two are like rivals, and even though they do good things for each other, yeah, they're not happy. Not happy with each other. Then we have Rebel Bitten and Regally Bitten. So actually it's Regally Bitten, then Rebel Bitten, in the order of the Blood Alliance series. But these two books are definitely enemies to lovers books within this series, and I was here for it. One, you have a triad, and one, you have an almost sadist, and I was like, Lexi, what are you doing to me? What are you doing right now, Lexi? Like, seriously, are you doing this to me? Yes, you are. You are doing this to me. Okay, Lexi, I got you. Okay. And then finally, I'm going to tell you guys go check out Sin and Ink by Naima Simone. And this one is sort of taboo. Has a little taboo feel to it. And that's all I can really tell you, because if I tell you anything more about the story, it kind of spoils the whole sort of setup for it. But yeah, definitely enemies to lovers. Next, we're going to talk about some good old forced proximity, and I love me a book in which our characters get snowed in, get stranded on a friggin' deserted island, snowed in. I don't know, maybe it's because it's wintertime and that's what I have on my mind right now, is being snowed in, because, yeah. So, the 3 books I'm going to tell you guys to go check out is The Best of Us by Katee Fox. When I read this book, I swear I thought they were just going to burn their own selves out, because they're caught in an Arctic blast, in a blizzard, and they cannot get out from this cabin. But the fire between the two of them, the smoke and the heat and the flames between them, should have been able to fire their way out of that blizzard back to New York City, where they needed to be, because it's so hot. So hot. Next, we have Gifting Me to His Best Friend by Katee Robert. This is a taboo, dark romance, but it is super spicy. It's about a husband and wife that go on vacation with their best friend, and then they get snowed in. And sexy times happen. Lots and lots and lots of sexy time and fantasies end up happening. Oh my gosh. So good. And finally, Quarantine and Chill by Wright. Y'all need to get this ebook. There are some not safe for work illustrations in them, and when I say not safe for work, I mean not safe for work. Don't be out there in public trying to read this book, because them sexy times is all in the art, all over that book, and it is so good. So good. Next, we have Fairytale Retellings. I love me a fairytale retelling, reimagining, twist on something that was super popular. And I'm not just talking about Disney retellings, because lots of people, when you say fairytale retellings, that's what we all go to. We all go to our Disney sort of thought of it. But if you really think back and really research it, fairy tales are not fun, sunshiny Disney versions. They are pretty grim and gruesome and bad. But all of these I did love. So we have Desperate Measures by Katee Robert. This starts her Wicked Villain series, where she takes those fairy tales and twists them on end and makes sure that the villains end up getting their happy ever afters instead of the traditional endings that we've known. Then we have Winter's Arrow by Lexi Foss. This is a post-apocalyptic paranormal romance fairy tale retelling of, I want to say Snow White. I believe it's Snow White. If I remember correctly, it's Snow White. It has wolf shifters. It has wolf shifters, you guys. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it so much. So much. And then finally we have Siren by Hazel Grace, and this is a Little Mermaid retelling that's very twisted and crazy and different and dark and sinister. Yes, that's all I'm going to say about that. And then our final category that both Sarah and I will be giving you guys recommendations for is fake dating, and the first one I'm going to tell you guys to go check out is The Christmas Con by Rachel Robinson. This has a little bit of a twist to it as well. So our main character goes on the dark web to find a date, and come to find out there is this very open and different sort of suitor that ends up flying her out and then pretends to be her date. Lots of hot things end up happening. I'm not even going to describe it to you. It's just hot. It is so hot. So hot. And if it happens at Christmas time, but it's okay. It's okay. Don't let that turn you off from reading this super, super hot fake dating romance, right? Next, we have Tomboy by Avery Flynn. We have a guy, a hockey player, that ends up sleeping with the wrong person, and we have a nurse friend of the PR specialist for the hockey team that has to come over, take care of him, knock him upside his head, and then he has and plays the game of his life, so they end up having to, like, fake date because she's Lady Luck. And then, yeah. There's some other things that go along with it as well, but I really enjoy this book. And finally, we have Hearts on Hold by Charish, Reid. And this, I don't know that I would say that this is completely fake dating, because our female character doesn't necessarily need a fake date. She wants to kind of date the guy that she finds attractive, but not get into a serious relationship with him. So they're kind of fake dating, but kind of not fake dating. It's kind of weird, but it's such a good book. Such a good book. I loved it oh so much. Our characters are super independent and so good. So very good. Oh my goodness. So I know this isn't my typical February video that I had been doing, but if you are looking for the Black authors so that you can add them into the Black author readathon, I will make an asterisk next to all of those Black authors that are listed in that list down below so that you can possibly use them for the readathon, or just read a Black author. Just read a Black author. But I am so happy that Sarah reached out to me so we could do this collaboration. And like I said, if my tastes, if my recommendations are too hot for you to handle, make sure that you're going over and checking out Sarah's video at the Bookish Knitter down in the description box. I will link her channel because I don't think I'll have her link to the actual video until after this is put out. But yeah, go do that. And, you know, all the good things, all the good things. Let me know if you have talked or if you have read any of the books that I just talked about. Do you think they're steamy as I thought they were? Because I think they're steamy. I think they're all steamy. All the ones I suggested I think are steamy. Steamy, 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 so steamy. Okay, I'm done jabbering. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Also, there is a feedback form down in the description box so you guys can help me improve my channel. My PayPal, my Ko-fi, my Patreon links, and all my other socials are down in the description box as well for you guys to check out. Amazon wishlist, Amazon affiliate links, as well as the storefront. I know, big bad Amazon, but doesn't cost you anything extra to use my links. Please do. And thank you guys for watching again, and we will see you in the next video.